Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Gamera Film Podcast episode. The last episode I did was Gamera versus Zigra, which I did with Jedi Grand Valley, and yeah. So I am on the last Gamera Showa era film, which is the not a great Gamera film. It is from 1980. It is Gamera Supermonster, the one Gamera film that used a lot of stock footage. Yeah, and we have a special guest here for tonight. He is a fan made movie director. He directed Dragon Lizard Lord films. Please welcome Dragon Lizard Lord. How's it going, my
How's it
man?
going, Lizard Pro?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm surprised that you have the same name as mine, Lizard.
Yeah, we're a couple lizards here.
Yeah, you're
Building
Dragon Lizard
camera.
Lord, and I'm Autistic Lizard Pro.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I gotta say
We're,
that's amazing suit that you have next to you.
yeah, this is Alpha Tiamat Typhon. A little preview for the new Dragon Lizard Lord film. He took me about 7 years to make. Got all the scales here. Try to get you a little look inside. He's wrecked a lot of cities with me on my last film. Uh,
Wow.
my first Dragon Lizard Lord was Omega Tiamat Odin, and we got distribution with SRS Cinema. And Omega Tiamat was in 2 films, and now we're switching it up. I got Alpha Tiamat here, and he's going to be the new lead Dragon Lizard Lord from now on. I'm going to be bringing back Quetzalcoatl, and we'll have more Dragon Lizard Lords coming up. But we all owe a great debt of gratitude to Gamera, and especially Gamera Supermonster. Really was an inspiring film to me personally. I saw it when I was a child, and it was one of my first Gamera. Definitely my first Gamera films. One of my first kaiju films I ever seen, and the
Oh
way
wow.
they told uh, all the fights from all the Gamera films before that. I
So
mean,
so this film was your first Gamera film?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I didn't
And I
expect that
didn't
because
make it through the film. It was on probably like 2 in the morning. I was a kid. I shouldn't even been up. I was stayed over at my friend Mike Klatt's house, and he played Mr. Big in Dragon Lizard Lord Super Monsters, and man, he we
hey
were
Jedi.
just he was really laughing about that.
Mhm.
But luckily, when I was a kid, I didn't see the ending because they try to say that they kill Gamera off, and Koichi, the kid, he's just crying about it. And that lady, they had the super ladies, and she just, I don't know what she said something like just like confirming his death. And Dragon Lizard Lord is here right now to tell everybody, tell the world, Gamera did not die to some Star Wars spaceship.
Yeah.
I mean, what did they had? Gara Sharp was planned, so he was going to be fighting a snake monster. It's just
Yeah.
that the company went bankrupt.
Yeah.
So
I was. Uh, yeah. So thank you. So we'll get into more of those details. Well, I want to say that's like a great memory that you shared of how you first discovered
yeah,
this film. I did not discover this film until 2014 when I first got the Gamera Mill Creek Blu-ray collection. I did
right.
saw it like I'm just like amazed by how they use a lot of stock footage that
Well, it's just like any TV show you see, they're always going to have that one episode where they do the flashback, and I mean Godzilla did it in Godzilla's Revenge.
Yeah, that's
You
AKA
get a
All
lot of
Monsters Attack.
sitcoms. It's and for me when I was making kaiju films when I started off, um later on I watched the movie. It was the first Gamera movie I seen, and I didn't get to see the ending of it, which was awesome for me. I mean, as a kid, but uh, it was the last Gamera movie I was able to collect. So I went through and I was trying to see all the Gameras and all the Godzillas, and but back before the internet, it was hard to collect these films. So
Yeah, I
now you
mean,
can see Gamera. Super Monsters is on Tubi. Elvira's got a thing on it. It's got the original Japanese version. It's also on Pluto. So I mean, it's really accessible for free to everyone now.
yeah, even back then, it was so hard to find that film in America. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's never released on DVD or VHS.
No, I lucked out really when I was a kid, just seeing it on. I think it was on the USA channel.
Yeah,
Over
yeah,
at my buddy Mike's, he had cable, and so that was just a treat. And I just remember Gamera flying over the buildings in one of the few scenes that they actually shot for that. And Gamera was actually played by Toru Kawai in that movie, and he only had like one scene where he actually wrecked anything or just did anything besides flying around.
yeah.
And then there was the Dojira sign he knocked
Yeah.
over.
Oh, yeah. That little Easter egg right there, and
You know,
yeah, it says Dojira. Like, and
but I mean,
Jed,
if you haven't seen the
I,
film or any
I
other
want.
Gamera films,
I'm sorry
or if you
to
really
interrupt.
want to see it,
Oh,
what's up?
I'm sorry to interrupt. Also, Jerry Grant said the one thing I take away from this film is the stock footage, Sarandrom, Saradrome. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's worse than Godzilla versus Gigan or Godzilla versus Megalon.
Well,
But
around that time, everybody was kind of doing it because they were all hurting. And I mean, I do kaiju films, and it's tough, you know. I work every day at a factory, and then I work at night producing my films, and then on the weekends, so I don't really
yeah,
get to do much else.
so so I want to say I want to bring this up. So earlier you brought up about Gara Shark, like that.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Gamera is not dead. The show of Gamera can't be destroyed. And
yeah,
then
and
it
I
always
want
it always bothered me when they kill off Gamera.
I want I want to say something like I want to bring up about Gara Shark. I mean, like Garasha, he was supposed to be Godzilla's next monster to fight after Gamera versus Zigra.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah. Gamera was
yeah,
definitely going to be fighting them. They did. I heard that somebody did make. I think it was a fan film in the '90s about it.
yeah. I think they used a
I
little
haven't seen
toy
it.
figures for that.
Yeah. He was definitely a show day a monster.
Yeah, it's like yeah, but the production of Daiei was actually went out of business after Gamma versus Zigra, and yeah, so they're out of
Didn't they do the Heisei Gamera films with Shizuke Kaneko?
well, I think they did along with Toho during that time.
Another thing about the original Gamera, um, uh, it was Masao Yagi. He did the props, the suits and whatnot. He actually pulled in the Toho crew because I think his dad was working for Toho, and a lot of the art people from Toho got pulled in. So we're kind of seeing the same people. And then if you look at the Ultraman, that sprang from Godzilla too. So
Yeah, and
with Subaraya.
yeah, then yeah,
So
I know
it's
that.
all kind of everybody's kind of related in the kaiju industry, especially I mean coming from Japan. I'm doing Dragon Lizard Lord here out of Wisconsin, so this is kind of the other side of the world. But we have Beast from 20,000 Fathoms over here in America. I have nothing to do with Ray. I wish I did, but yeah, we got to give it up to Ray Harryhausen and all the influence that he's had on the
Yeah,
industry as well.
yeah. Well, yeah, we all get that. And then, so I want to say that that when Dai was, yeah, out of business in the beginning 70s, they all like the workers like is going like jobless and nothing to do. But in I think I did my research. Like I think a few years, I think Dai was starting to make movies again, and and then starting going business again, and they and they thought they decided to make a new Gamera film, but and I I think like I think they know why they brought Gamera back is because they some of the new kaiju monster movies in the 70s are starting to be like a hit, like kind of like the 76 King Kong film and
Oh
other.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, did you hear about Nizura 1964?
no.
You know, it was produced by my buddy Avery Guerrara, who's with SRS Cinema. That's actually an SRS release, but the original Nizura was actually Daiei's first idea for the kaiju, and he was a rat, and it's I mean
Oh, oh yeah, I did
we
bring
don't
that
have
up.
any of the footage from this, but
Yeah,
Avery's movie, like when you see the special effects on that, it's terrifying. Like
yeah,
these,
I
like
I
most of the
did.
time I'm rooting for the kaiju, but those rats, oh, I'm not, I'm big on reptiles.
Yeah,
I don't,
and I did bring that up in my Gamma the Giant Monster episode that did with Matt Frank. It
yeah, yeah. Well,
it
that's cool. You got an episode with Matt Frank. I love his art, love his comics.
Yep.
I just did I grab it here. I should have had it handy. He did a comic with Earthtron, a Red Man comic. I was able to get that. Um,
it-
I think Gomez might appear later in that series. He was either
yeah.
that or Black King.
So
Um,
so let's talk about the film itself, like Gamera
yeah,
Super Monster.
yeah.
I, yeah, so I think they know why they brought Gamera back because giant monster movies on television has become popular, and I think
With the
this,
Ultraman.
yeah, and I think this film is directed. Uh, I think it was directed by the same guy who did Ultraman, but I'm not really
It was
sure.
Noriaki Uesa.
I'm
I
not
don't. I
sure.
met him at in Hollywood. I also met Shizuke Kaneko. This was back around the time Gamer 3 was released, and I mean they were just awesome, awesome directors, and very, very nice people. Um,
Oh, I wish I could have met the makers of Gamera and
I'm sure you could still meet Shizuke Kaneko at some point. He's still out there. I heard he was doing a trying to get a Godzilla versus Gamera going, but I don't know. To be honest, just the way I don't I don't know. I was hoping to be in on GMK, but then when GMK came out, I was kind of glad that because I just didn't like the way. I mean, Godzilla was. I felt so bad for Baragon, and I'm such a big King Ghidorah fan, and then Godzilla himself getting taken out. Like, I don't think Godzilla should be um, destructible from the interior. I don't know. This is just stuff I shouldn't even get into right now. We're here for Gamera Super Monster,
yeah,
so let's.
and s-
Uh, um,
so so as I was saying, I mean, what I was to say, but To me, this Gamera film is. I think this was. I feel like this one is not much of a Gamera movie. I think it's more this Gamera is film is more like a television movie. Uh, I
Well,
think
yeah,
I think I know why I feel like this is like a Gamera TV movie. It's because I think some the rest of the Shona Gamera films they show like very white screens, with the dark shades on up and down and top to bottom. And well, this I feel this Gamera film is more like a normal widescreen that fits the whole HD TV. If you know what I'm talking about.
uh, maybe a little bit. I'm getting better. My first film was only 720, and they weren't happy about that. But
Yeah.
I've got 2K going on at least from now on. I'll try to get it up to 4K at some point.
It,
But yeah, I think they. I wish they would have filmed more new scenes for it, and I wish that Gamera would have had more of a confirmed survival, and that throwing that train in there, the ghost, the
oh,
anime train,
oh yeah,
that's
the animation. That we'll get to that later. I mean,
yeah.
so
But
yeah, I mean, yeah,
at
so
the beginning of the film, though, with the turtles, I got maybe a scene sort of like that in my next film, but I've had turtles before. I had a turtle named Gamera, Koopa, and Claudia, and Raphael, and I've had to let them go before, and it
so
was a tough thing to
Jedi
do.
Grant says, well, if you look at some of the effects in the film, they use video style effects. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like the effect they use on the van for when they're driving
Oh,
the space women.
yeah.
Yeah, this
And
kind of
it's
looks.
kind of funny. Like you got your heroes. They're living in the van. Um, it's like all the greatest heroes, like A Team and Knight Rider.
Yeah,
They all live in their
and
vehicles.
Lizard Lord, and I want to bring this up. I mean, and I want to talk about this. I mean, I know that Gamera Super Monster is this is definitely a Gamera TV movie and all that. I think the reason why is because maybe it's because they use it's because of money budget. I
Oh yeah.
think
Well,
yeah,
definitely, definitely.
yeah, and because
Well,
of
they
all
were
this.
bankrupt at the time. They did the best they could. If you like compare it to actually any other Gamera film, there's a lot less table talk. There's a lot more monster action. Um, it's a lot of flashbacks, but like I'm saying, when
Yeah,
I was
well,
a
this
kid, it was the first. I
and
didn't
this
know about any other Gamera films, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, and I just say like, I mean, this film did bring back again some aliens, and
Yeah.
also yeah, and
We
there's
never get
no
to see the main one though. We just hear the voice telling them all that they're
oh
failures.
yeah that and there's no flashbacks about Gamera's past, but and let's also like let's talk about Gamera himself in the film.
Yeah, what
I
a
mean,
lovable
he
character.
only appears in every stock footage. I mean, there
I
are
mean, they,
some
they
new.
did have a little bit with Toro Kawai, who played him.
Yeah.
He also did Zone Fighter Godzilla. Uh, I know he did the T Rex from the Last Dinosaur. He did Ultraman. Was it Ace, Taro, Leo, Kaiju? Um, so we had and then before him it was uh, Terio uh, Aragaki,
Hmm. I'm
Terio
not sure.
Aragaki, and Umen Umanosuke Uzumi, and these guys didn't get credited as Gamera in the original films, and Terrio did the first couple films, and Uma, Umenosuke he did the last few, Zegra and I think Virus maybe, I don't know,
Yeah,
but I know that those two guys they were Gamera, and they did not get credited, so I wanted to really bring that up, uh,
yeah.
you know, and give them,
Eh,
I bless these dudes.
eh,
They're our fathers. Um, so just such inspiring people that brought us this awesome dragon. That's just, he's the guardian of the universe. You know what
yeah,
I
I mean
mean?
he is, and in the like in the Shona, he's the friend of all children. Sometimes he does some
Yeah.
goofy moments, like in
Well, that's
Zigra, and
because the children are innocent.
yeah,
They're not bringing out nuclear weapons on them.
yeah,
So
and and I'm and I want to say that I want to finish what I about Gamera. Like he in this film, I mean, of
yeah,
course they used a lot of stock footage of him, and but they did some new shots of him in the film,
yeah.
but they only
They
use
made
but
the
and
flying
but they only
prop.
yeah they use a flying prop.
Yep, they did
I mean,
make a new prop for that. They did
yeah, and
have the suit.
I mean, I want to just let me talk let me talk about this one. Like it's like they did what I heard that they actually made an actual suit for this film, but sadly it was never used. They uh, instead they use it for when they premiere the film on
Well,
this.
you get to see the feet kicking over the
Yeah,
Gojira
I
sign.
think yeah. Instead, they use it when Gamera knocks down that sign of Godzilla.
Yeah, and then it was kind of ingenious how they had the family watching TV, and that's how they incorporated the black and white footage from Gamera the Invincible.
Yeah. Instead, they use that footage on the television, like you said. I mean, it will look so bad when they put that in the actual
I just
footage in
I don't
black and
understand
white.
how these aliens were able to build a device that was able to control Gamera like a robot. That's I mean, I
This
can
is
understand, like, that lady that was able to call Minya with the flute, but whenever aliens or somebody is able to control kaiju with
yeah
some sort of a device, it really bothers me.
yeah. It's like I mean, this is the second Gamera film they actually had aliens control over him.
Yeah, especially Gamera. There's no way anybody could control Gamera. But I mean, I'm not the director, so I can't really,
Yeah,
get
and
say this stuff.
yeah, so I'm
I got my own kaiju, and they're
yeah
they're uncontrollable.
yeah. So I want to talk about the flying prop that they use for the rest of the film, like
Ugh,
when Gamera was
just
flying. I
beautiful.
guess yeah. I mean, I know this Gamera said they say this Gamera prop looks terrible. It kind of actually
Oh,
the prop actually kind of looks like a toy because what's his
well,
mouth moving up and down like yeah,
then you got
was
to give them credit for getting that mouth to move. That's a tough. Like,
well,
I still like, this guy's mouth doesn't really move all that much.
yeah,
I didn't really. I tried to get shots of him moving his mouth more in the film, but it just really didn't happen. So I
yeah, and it
mean,
kind of looks
I give him a lot of credit for getting that mouth to move. That's
yeah,
that's a
and it kind of looks like
massive
Gamera's flying thing.
accomplishment.
It kind of looks like it's controller. It's being remote control. It's like when it's flying, like
Well, they did have guys with uh pulling wires, and Kawhi Sensei. He was one of the people, doing that. So not only did he wear the suit and kick over the sign, he also helped control the prop. So
yeah, and Yeah. So let I want to talk about the stock footage. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like when they made this film, it's kind of like they stole the style from Toho. Like they like and like you said earlier, like in they used some stock footage in All Monsters Attack, aka Godzilla's Revenge, and yeah, it
Yeah, that
seems like
film
that
was
they took it from that film and this film almost like this film is almost like the earliest version of Godzilla Final War because
oh
in this
yeah.
film
Yeah.
Gamera's find all of his enemies from the Shona era.
Yeah, well, he goes back and they take all the fights and then they re-edit them. Like Zegra, that fight was severely edited. Uh,
Yeah,
and he got I believe he got taken out with one fire blast. I'm pretty
yeah, and
sure in the original Zigra he was able to withstand more than one, and that kid's
yeah,
just like burn him,
and
camera, burn him to death. It was like, hey, and that's something I gotta say is these movies are harsh, man. Like
yeah,
holy crap.
and and at least I got to see Gamera playing Zegra's back like a xylophone
Oh yeah,
again.
yeah. I
This
want to
is
join Gamera's
twice.
band. Like
uh,
yeah, if I could get the rights to Gamera at some point, Dragon Lizard Lord and Gamera, I gotta just jam out.
yeah, and yes, yeah, and it does have all the monsters from its previous films, like Baragon, Jiger, Gauss, Virus, Giron, and
Oh yeah.
Zigra. Yeah, all of his monsters, and yeah, it's yeah. No wonder this movie is so bad and cheap to make because they use all the
Oh
stock footage fights and
well,
if you notice how Gamera's look in each fight scene with each monster looks different of because of the suit.
yeah, yeah. Well, they like they had to I make new suits and whatnot. So um, I still think it's a great film. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, if you
I
compare it
would
to other films, there's like a lot less human stuff that you got to deal with in super monsters, so it makes it a lot.
yeah, I gotta say that I know it's a bad Gamera film. I mean, I know some people said, I mean, including me, I don't think is and bad at all. I mean, and sometimes I think of it as
Yeah, I love the
okay
film.
because it has all the fight scenes from each film. I mean, it's like this would be a good Gamma to watch if you have time to watch all films in one. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's what if you thought about that.
and I
It
mean the human characters they're like Superman ripoffs, kind of. It's kind of entertaining to see them flying around, and they give you a good message about uh, trying to keep the turtles in nature. Because I mean,
yeah.
if you got turtles locked up in a cage, they would probably prefer to be in their natural habitat. And then we as humans,
So
Gamera's point is we need to take care of the environment. We need to save the world. We
and
need to help him guard the universe.
yes. Well, before we get
And
to
in
that,
his
uh,
absence right now, we are
uh,
his representatives, so it's our responsibility.
yeah. So Dragon Lord. So before we get into the Superwoman, all that, I mean, I
Yeah,
w- I think is so we just talk about the stock footage. I mean, so you say you just watched the film, so I
I've
want
watched
you
it about 3 times in the
this.
last.
So this is like a guessing game. So can you guess which which monster did Gamera fight first in this film?
Oh, that was Gales, definitely.
Yeah, Gales, did I
It's
come
always
to you?
funny when Gales shoots the beam at the helicopter and it just like slices it right in half, and then there's those dudes that are like on each end of the cut. And Gales, I don't know if they kept it in there because I was working on my movie too, but I know he did that to a car at one point, and
Oh
then
yeah, they
rebooted
did
it
it
again.
twice.
Yeah. So Gales,
Yeah.
he's quite a character, and as much of as uh I I'm not really a Gales guy. I'm a reptile. Like
Right.
I'm a kaiju dude, but in the kaiju's, I'm with the dragons. So I'm not really team kaiju. I'm team dragon. So Gaius, yeah, I don't know how I feel about him. I'm definitely on
Oh yeah,
Gamera's side.
cause he's a vampire
He's a bat.
monster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
like
he's
a
a blood drinking bat, and his rays actually look pretty painful. I don't think that they could do anything against well, obviously Dragon. Now we're getting into crazy talk, so I don't want to be going up against Gamera, but
yeah,
um,
and
yeah, it looked pretty bad, that fight with those rays, and they're always making Gamera bleed so much. I just it's
yeah,
tough. And then when Gamera pulls him into that volcano, as much as I'm kind of not a Gales guy at that point, I'm like,
yeah,
holy crap, Gamera! Like, I love you, buddy, but hey, man, I'm staying out of his way. Like, sorry
yeah.
about Gales. And then he bites off his. I don't know if that made it into the Super Monsters, that scene
Well,
where he bit off his foot.
I mean, they didn't show it. I think they trimmed that down. I think they
Yeah,
just
because
because I think because in the Gamma versus Giles, Giles did slice out his own foot, and Gamma has it in his mouth,
yeah,
and I think in this film, I think when Giles trying to knock off Gamma off, I mean I think it, you don't see. I think they trim off that part when his foot was off, and I think they took that out. I mean, it feels like Gamma Giles just knocked Gamma off like this, like that.
right.
It's
Yeah, it
so
was kind of nice how they trimmed down the fights and redid them so they kind of flowed together nicely. And
yeah, like
um,
I think also I think they trimmed down like when Giron is slicing Gamma's spike, like
that whole gear on cutting through Gamera's shell, and that's tough stuff to watch, man. And then Gamera, the way he blows him up at the end, and I swear there's one scene where he's flying after he gets that bomb that Gamera throws the rocket into his head and it blows up. There's one scene I'm pretty sure where he doesn't have his head on, where he's flying through the air, and then in the next scene, it looks like he had his head back on when he lands on the ground and he's like dead. But that was a lot of tough stuff to watch with Giron cutting up Gamera, um, kind of, and then he's hitting him with those throwing stars and they're sticking into his arms. And it's like, oh man, this is supposed to be a kid show. And it's
yeah,
I'm such a turtle fan. It's hard for me to see Gamera get hurt, and he gets
yeah.
hurt so much, and Vera's stabbing him through his shell. Oh man, it's like, holy crap, how much torture are they gonna put our savior through here? So
And we won't
um,
forget, yeah, like first, like here's another a a, a guessing question. Like, what is the last monster that Gamma fought in this film?
the last one. Uh, okay, so that had to be.
Like, you have watched the film. I mean, you
Yeah, I
watched all
just
the
seen
fight.
it. I'm telling you, while I'm doing it, I'm also editing right now, and I'm getting kind of put through the ropes with my own Dragon Lizard Lord film, because like I'm doing audio right now, and it's these guys are nonstop wrecking stuff. They get hit by bombs. It's the last one is going to be. I know Baragon was one of the last
Ding, ding, ding,
ones.
ding, ding, ding.
Was it Baragon?
Yeah, you are
It
correct.
was?
Baragon is the
Okay,
last
cool,
monster.
cool,
And he is
cool.
one of my favorite Gamera Kaiju characters,
He's
and especially
definitely
my
my
favorite
favorite.
film.
Except for in the Rebirth series, I wasn't. Wait, he wasn't. No, that was Jiger. He wasn't even in the Rebirth series, was he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Baragon.
that was Jiger.
I never seen Gamma Rebirth, and
You haven't seen Gamma or Rebirth?
no, I haven't.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
I'll have to give that.
Yeah, check that out, dude.
Yeah, I'll have to
I
check it
mean,
out
I
someday.
was super bummed out on. I don't know if I should give you a spoiler, but have you seen what's Gamera the Brave?
Well, I seen Gamma the Brave, and
Okay.
yeah, but
Now, did you do a podcast on Gamera the Brave yet?
no, I haven't. I'm doing these podcast
Okay.
films in order.
Cool. Well, I just want to say that they did hurt, torture, and kill actual turtles in that film. So I don't watch it. I've seen it a couple times. I do own a copy, but from what I've heard, it's pretty bad.
Oh, well, don't give any more details to me. I haven't watched the series, and
Well, I just don't. I mean, I used to take my reptiles and have them wreck cities, and I'm not even going to use any of that footage. I'm not trying to exploit reptiles. And I wasn't hurting them. And to hear that they were doing that in a Gamera film, and that's not day. I mean, I'm not. I don't know. I don't want to get into fights with kaiju
mm,
companies.
well, that's
But you
understandable.
just shut up, I guess. But hey, man, I mean, I'm also a defender of the reptiles, so I don't know. I'm just getting put into a position here now.
Yeah.
So,
And speaking of turtles, I mean, let's
yeah,
like like let's talk about the main kid in this,
Koichi.
who's Uchi. Like, and
Uh,
I'm not so good at Japanese characters and monster
yeah,
films, and yeah, and
yeah, that was
I mean
just
he's not.
he was.
I mean, he's not a bad child actor in the Gamera films. I mean, he's like he's an okay
No, I thought
Gamera
he was
kid.
good because you could tell when he was picking up them turtles. If them turtles didn't like him, they would have pulled their heads into their shells. And I was really impressed on how nice those turtles were being to him. If they were not toys or props, they looked like they were real turtles. And
Yeah,
I mean,
and
I know turtles, and if
but
turtles
they
don't like
actually
you, it's gonna keep its head in its shell.
yeah,
So
but they actually use real turtles in this
yeah,
one.
that's what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like I
And
know
then they
that.
had that one scene where he lets go of the turtle in the river.
Oh yeah, that part. And
Yep. I
and I
lived
want
through
to
that before, man.
and Lizard Lord, like so so I know that this Gamera film is not like it's not a direct sequel to Gamera versus Zigra. This film is actually a standalone film. Like in this film, that first of all, Gamera didn't exist until he appears after. Uh, what's that kid's name in the film?
Koichi.
Koichi like
I'm
release
pretty
a
sure it's
turtle into the
Koichi.
sea so it could turn it into Gamera.
I don't know, because he did have the Gamera books. I like totally
Yeah,
envy those books. They were such masterpieces. And then they had the comic uh, that the kids were picking on him. They're like, "Oh, your camera is in this comic book," and then you
yeah,
see the
that.
comic about the camera, and it's just a regular turtle. This police officer adopted. And then when they talked to the police officer later, he was like, "Hey, I'm not like the guy in your comic that's got a pet turtle," and he
Mhm.
did have a pet turtle.
Yeah, and I think the guy who played that cop, I mean, I think he was. I forgot his name, but the guy who played the cop, I think he's like a real rock star.
Oh wow! I always
Yeah,
liked the cop
I
from
think.
Gamera versus Giron with his glasses. Yeah, every time I push my glasses up, I think about him.
No, I think that's a different person.
No, it's definitely a different character,
Eh,
different actor. But
Yeah, I wish it was that
yeah,
actor.
he was a great one. But this
Yeah,
one was awesome too. He was
yeah,
like
and that
giving the kid such a great message, like, hey man, let your turtles, go to nature,
yeah,
because
and
the
he
turtles I got, one of my cousin fished one out of the river, brought it to me, and I should have brought it right down to the river, but I took care of it for years before my brother convinced me to let it go. But yeah, I should have. He would have been a lot happier if I would have just
yeah,
brought him back to where he,
I just wish
and then
I just wish I had a pet turtle. I mean, because those turtles in this film look so real, and they're so black. They have the same blackish color skin on them, like the same style as Gamera. And
yeah.
and I like a month ago. I mean, I when I was in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, I was down fishing by the dock. That I have spotted a big turtle
Oh
swimming
yeah.
by the dock in the fishing hole. Like,
Well, there's
yeah,
some
I saw
cameras
it.
out there. I don't fish just because I don't want to catch turtles.
Yeah,
Um,
he
I
was
did go
like
vegetarian for a
he was
while,
almost
but
he's almost above the surface. When I got closer, he just swims away. But
oh yeah.
the but and the
Best thing
next
that you can do is get out and go, hang out with some turtles.
Yeah, but and then the next day when I went down to the dock fishing to do fishing, like I spotted the turtle again, but this time I actually saw a large net. I actually grab it. I actually hold very still, wait for the turtle to appear, and I saw he was appear closer. I actually stood very still. That suddenly I dropped down the net very fast, and I actually caught a turtle with the net.
Oh, I probably ruined his day.
Yeah. When I did
Hopefully
that,
you let him go.
yeah. When I did, I feel
Yeah,
like I
we
caught
used to catch
Gamera.
turtles when we were kids. I feel so bad about it.
Yeah,
We used to bring them
but
down
I
to the pet store and sell, and then you sell them for. It was horrible, until you
yeah, but
realize, hey, what am I
yeah,
doing? Gamera is gonna kill me.
yeah, but don't worry, I let it go, and but I
Yeah,
let him go
yeah. I
very
mean, I
carefully
screw up too, but we all do go
because I
through
don't want to
stuff.
hold his shell because I was gonna grab him by the shell, but I didn't. I just push him with my foot into the water. It's because this turtle is a snapping turtle.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've helped out a couple of them. Matter of fact, the place where I work now, we have a turtle crossing sign. And earlier in the summer, when all the turtles were coming to lay eggs, I had to try to get them off the road to the point where one turtle I came out on break was sitting right in front of my car. It was like waiting for me. Like they knew I was gonna get them down to the river. The dude didn't want to walk, So I don't know. That's
Yeah,
just what we were thinking. But
yeah, and then
yeah, it's pretty scary for these turtles. So I mean, everybody out there, really watch out when you're driving, especially when they're doing their nesting stuff, because they're going through a really bad gauntlet. And when they're having to go through this traffic, and then they're calling Godzilla and Gamera bad guys. Well, what's going on with these turtles? Why can't these turtles just go about their nesting operation? They got to go through the road, and the
yeah,
road is, you know what I mean? And so now we
yeah,
got the kaiju coming in because the turtles are getting messed over, and it's
yeah.
not really happening. It's something for us to think about. So you got like my kaiju coming in, calling Dragon Lizard Lord a villain. I don't know if that's
Hmm.
justified, seeing what
Uh,
happened to the world. You
okay,
know,
so we're kind of getting off topic here. So yeah,
yeah,
so
Gamera super monster, man.
yeah, they one thing I noticed, like when that kid was singing the Gamma Marseille,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
when his mom came in, it's like see that he has a pet turtle that it Yeah, is when his mom told him that you must release it into the river, and when the next shot turns to the turtle, when it closes eyes, like it makes that little zip sound, like when it. I don't know if like that noise happened when it like I don't know like when he shuts his
When the
eyes or
turtle
winked.
made the sound.
I I don't know. It's like
Yeah,
a
well, turtles are hissing. That's never a good thing.
yeah.
I
I mean,
don't think he was hissing though. I don't. That turtle seemed like he was in fairly good spirits.
it's
It can
almost like a
show depression,
cartoon zip
if you're
sound.
like missing your turtle though, and the whole Gamera. I've been through some severe turtle depression in my life, and sometimes when you see these turtles and they're getting let go, and I don't know, it can. But you got to remember, hope they're going. That's where they want to be, but then you worried about them because you're not there to protect them, and
Yeah.
it's a bummer. But they got to
So
live their life too.
yeah. So let's talk about the little spin-off rip-offs parts in the film, like the spaceship looks like the Star
Yeah,
Destroyer from
I
like
believe
kind of
that
like
was
rip-off of Star Wars,
the
and
Star Trek or Star
and
Wars ship.
yep, and the space women who are officially rip-offs of Superman
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Power
I mean,
Rangers.
very interesting characters. Nice to see a cast full of women.
Yeah,
It's
and
pretty entertaining.
let's
The
talk about
whole
these space women. Let's talk about them first. So
yeah,
one of
they're
I think what one of the main space women characters in this, I mean, who the one who gave issue the turtle, who's I forgot her name was, is she was actually a real life pro wrestler during the
oh wow.
time. Yep, she's a real wrestler.
Yeah, they got such an awesome band too.
Oh yeah,
Just
that van they lived in, and
yeah,
which is
living in their
impossible.
van, flying it around to wherever they need to go.
Like
I mean, these
because they're
space
trying to
ladies,
hide
they
because they're
really
trying
got
to
it
hide
going
from the
on.
villain Zadin.
Oh yeah, he's gonna blast him. He's up. Like, who is this dude? He just hangs out in his spaceship trying to blast these chicks.
Mm, yeah, it's it's the one thing that a little bit annoys me was when they give the signal to each other, is like, or when they call out to each other, they one of them just plays that little electric piano like
Oh yeah, I kind of liked it. It was a catchy tune. All all the organ music, all the music in this one, it's really uplifting, really nice. It's science, real science fiction. That tune you're talking about,
yeah.
just
Yeah,
real. That's like some of the hardest science fiction you're gonna get, man.
yeah, and yeah, it's like
The organ music was nice too.
yeah, I don't know how they come up with space women who are like ripoffs of Superman. I mean, I think this film came out. Wasn't this film came out before the '80s Superman
Yeah,
films
I think
were?
so. But Superman's been around for a long time.
Oh
He fought
yeah,
kaiju before beasts from 20,000 fathoms arrived. You know, way back in the day, in the cartoon
Y-
series.
oh yeah, and yeah. I mean,
And he's been in comic books.
right, and yeah. I mean, the space women are okay. I mean, but who needs them when you have Gamera? I mean,
Oh yeah, Gamera is definitely the star.
It, I mean, there were
Um,
some a little this one fight scene the with the traitor space women in it who was worked for Zadin.
yeah. So we got one evil space woman, and I think like three good space women,
Yeah,
and
it. Yeah, I
then we
mean,
got the evil one that was acting like she was cool, but then the kid was like, "Yeah, I don't think she's even happy when Gamera wins." And then you're like
yeah,
starting to realize she's not a good guy. Like you
yeah.
better be,
The kid noticed.
yeah. Like, hey man, I
Yeah,
don't know
and
if I can hang out with anybody who doesn't for Gamera. You know what I mean?
yeah, and
So
she
kid
does
had a
abs.
point.
I mean, some parts she doesn't do nothing except for like supported Zadin, and then Zadin thought that she's lazy about, and she thought that she failed because all the monsters were defeated by Gamera.
Yeah. See, I seen the Elvira take on the Gamera Super Monster, and she did such a great impersonation. What was his name? Zayton?
Um. I,
Zayton. That's an Ultraman monster. Like
oh
they say he's the most strongest, but I don't. I'm going for Earthtron and Gyrus and
yeah, I'm not
Gonite.
sure.
Got
But
uh but yeah, it was the only thing is, that spaceship, it just bothers me so much when Gamera just flies right, like Gamera's gonna fly right through that spaceship. No,
oh
no,
yeah,
no doubt about it.
we'll get to that in any
All
moment
right.
because I want to talk about the main spaceship Zadin.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't even
Xanon.
show Zadin. Yeah, I hope I'm
Yeah,
saying that
Xanon.
correct.
That's what his name is.
Like they didn't even like
Xanon.
they only showed you can only hear his voice, but they didn't
Yeah.
show his his full self or anything. They just
Yeah.
showed the
What a
ship.
disappointment.
Yeah, it was really,
It's
and
like,
the
at least like if you watch Inspector Gadget, you get to see Dr. Claw's hand. I mean, what's up with this Xanon dude? Just blasting, trying to shoot ladies and shoot Gamera.
yeah,
It's
and the
this thing
space
going outer space.
and the spaceship is a total ripoff of from Star Wars of
Yeah,
the Star Destroyer.
yeah. The opening scene where they have the dialogue's really cool, and
Oh
then they do
yeah,
that one.
the ship like goes had like kind of like in the
Yep,
original.
like space balls.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the
It was cool. I
Spaceballs,
wonder,
the
if,
one scene they when the ship appears, that was even
yeah,
longer. Like
right. So I wonder if this Xanon if looks anything like Dark Helmet.
oh yeah, from Spaceballs, like
Yeah, Rick Moranis.
yeah, I mean, if they do show his full self in the film instead of hearing his voice, he would kind of he will be totally a design ripoff of Darth Vader.
Yeah, I always like to try to show my aliens. Um, I guess in my latest film, our aliens have already gotten wiped out, and we're just dealing with a drone UFO. But I guess that's a
Yeah,
spoiler. So
yeah, I'm so surprised that Gamera sacrificed himself to destroy
ah,
Zadin.
I don't think he's. I mean, they're trying to say all that, but there's no way Gamera is dead. I mean, he flew right through that spaceship. He's gonna be fighting the snake monster. What's his name?
Uh,
Garashar.
Garashar.
So even Noriaki Sensei said, he left it open for, if things got better for Gamer to come back. So
Yeah, I mean, who knows if Gamma sacrifices himself to save the Earth, it destroys Xanon, or he's just up there like fighting
yeah,
Xanon. That's off
no,
screen.
no, Xanon is dead. The spaceship is annihilated. Gamera is probably just, on vacation, hanging out with Spyro on Dragon Shores, taking it easy because
Yeah.
the universe
Well,
has been saved.
but the world may never know. I mean, it's good, and and I felt so sorry for that kid who
This
was
is why we gotta tell the world, like, listen, Gamera is fine. I don't know why they got to make this such a sad ending. This kid's crying, everybody's sad. I mean, this is a freaking apocalypse, man. Like, there's no way Gamera was taken out by this puny spaceship. I mean,
yeah.
he's a freaking god.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he's not like. I mean, kind of like Godzilla. I mean, a little bit, and
Even
but
Godzilla can't do nothing to stop Gamera.
yeah, and the space women just cheer up the boy up by flying over the city, look around the view, and when the end of the credit starts rolling with this sweet, soft music at the end.
Yeah,
And
they take the kid flying around. I mean, like, I'll be honest with you. When you talked to me about doing the podcast, and I went back and I watched this film. The first time I watched this film, because I knew from when I watched it, I hadn't seen it in about 10 years, and I knew that they said Gamera sacrificed himself. So when I got to the end of it, I couldn't even watch it, and I had to go back to it and be like, "Look, man,
yeah,
you're
they
going to be
just
doing a podcast. You're 45 years old. You're going to have to watch this film when Gamera's getting hurt. I can't watch the film when Gamers. There's saying Gamers. I can't watch. I can't deal with that. So, but I did watch the film twice today. I mean, I've got my own dragon lizard lords like keeping me together. So, I made it through it.
yeah.
But,
And right after this film premiered, it is a flop to the box office, and
oh yeah, that's a
it
shame.
yeah because
The
the
nail in the coffin of the Showa era.
yeah, and then all the stock footage, and I think for the original Japanese title, it was called. I think they call it Gamera Space Monster, and I think
They
they
might have.
yeah. But when they released it in the U.S., they revealed the movie poster of it, but it has Gamera and Giles in it, and they just titled it Super Monster. They just took out Gamera's name in it. They just call it Super
Oh,
Monster.
yeah, I did notice that when I was watching. I was watching it on Tubi today. I did notice that it just said Super Monster,
Yeah,
but I thought
yeah,
that
it
was
was
pretty
called
cool.
Super Monster in America.
Yeah. Well, Gamera is a super monster.
Oh
He's one
yeah,
of the most super monsters you're gonna find besides, um, our forefather that came before him. And
yeah.
they were supposed to have a showdown. They did have a stage show where Hiro Nakajima played Godzilla, and they did
Oh
have,
yeah, that
yeah,
yeah, that lost footage that they have
hmm
Godzilla fight Gauss.
and that was one of Nakajima's last acting roles in the kaiju industry. Um, I mean, also because Ejai Tsuburaya, passed away, so that took
Yeah,
effect
I
too.
gotta say the creator of Gamera, what's his name?
Noriaki Uesha,
Noriaki.
yeah, Noriaki Sensei.
Yeah, I think they say that this would be his last Gamera film he ever worked
It
on
was.
before he passed away in 2004.
Yeah, it was because Shizuke Kaneko took over in the Heisei, but they were really close, and they attended G Fest, and I think it was like 299, maybe 98. That's when I met him out in Los Angeles, and
Mm.
they were hanging out together, and I was quite the little punk, I was I don't know. I think I said I thought that they thought that I don't know. I was when I was younger. I was a little. I kind of probably came off like I hope I didn't influence Kaneko to make an evil Godzilla.
Hmm.
Just the way I came off. So I said something like, Godzilla, like I'm starting crap on telling him that Godzilla can beat Gamera, and it was just evil and wrong of me, and they agreed with me, and I just felt
Yeah.
bad. We hit it
Yeah.
off pretty well,
Yeah.
and I met Kaneko a few times later, but
Yeah.
it's too
Wh-
bad we don't have Noriaki Sensei with us.
Yeah, it was so sad. I mean, well,
Such a
the
good
Lizard
guy.
Lord. I mean, I think we're just about that time. It's been an hour. I mean, And
Oh
and I
yeah.
want to say, yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this one
Well,
for
thank you,
yeah,
Dragon or
Gamera
Lizard
Super
Lord.
Monster. We know that,
Yeah, I
eh,
love the film so much.
yeah, and whatever your thoughts of, I mean, it's good or bad. I mean, whatever your thoughts
All,
about this.
oh yeah,
To
they're
me, it's
all very good except for um the way it ended on
yeah,
them saying Gamera sacrificed himself. We got the space lady trying to, putting a gun to her head, stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of. I
yeah,
mean, they stopped her, but that whole it seemed kind of necessary. And then the way that Gamera just gets brutalized in these films, and then the way the fatalities he inflicts on these kaiju are a little bit tough to watch. But this is where we come from. This is our these are the monsters that raised this. This is if I've like when I first started making kaiju films, I was doing some violent stuff too, and I had to like get it together and be like, look, dude, doing your own thing. I know they did some really violent stuff, but we
yeah,
don't have to do that.
right.
You're not gonna
So,
see a lot of blood or anything in a dragon lizard lord. I might you might see a dragon lizard lord smoke somebody, but you're not gonna see a dragon.
hmm, yeah. So,
Uh,
and and to me, for my thoughts about this film, it's
yeah,
okay. I mean, it's
yeah,
not. I mean, it's not. It's like between good and bad. I mean, I know it's the worst Gamma film. It, yeah, but it's an okay film to me.
it's
So
a good like it's got more kaiju footage. It's all stock footage, which is a
yeah,
bummer.
it's reused. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't match for of the new footage that they record for this film. I mean, yeah. So like after this film, I mean, they decided to put Gamera another break for at least 15
oh,
years.
it's so bad. And
Yeah,
then now when is he coming back?
yeah.
Because
Well,
I guess Rebirth didn't do the greatest. Um,
yeah. And I'm sorry if I had but we have to stop right there. So
all
I
right,
want to say once again, yeah, Lizard Lord, thank you so much for joining me for this one.
all
And
right. Well,
to my surprise, I have I have just finished the whole Shona era of Gamera. Yeah, that I have started the Gamera podcast marathon like since last year. I did from Gamera the giant monster to a super monster today.
oh yeah, congratulations.
Yep, I
With the
finished the
film.
whole Shona era. So
Well,
once again, listener, thank you for joining me, and for all of you, thank you all for watching. And it's, so yeah, I finished the whole Shona era. It is time for the next era, which is the Gamera Heisei era, also known as the Heisei trilogy. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And uh, and who knows? I don't know for this. I mean, I might do all three films in one episode, but I'm not sure yet. So any of you like, if you want me to talk about all three films in one episode, let me know by leaving a comment down below. Uh, you never know. I mean, but so once again, thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Gamma Film Pockets episodes coming soon. And as I say it in Japanese, sayonara.